when I walked out, I really wanted to start a USA chant, but I'm kind of a bitch and I was afraid everyone would reject it. So I used to be really afraid of public speaking until I realized that worst case scenario, I bomb, but at least I'm cute as hell. And let's be honest, I'm sure the guys would like me a little better if I sucked anyway. Am I right? Yeah, you know I'm right. I turned 21 yesterday. Yeah, it's an accomplishment. But yeah, I turned 21, so my plan tonight was to get a little bit drunk before I came up here, just in case it didn't go well. And that's funny, because it's also the way I approach sex. It really is tough to be a female comedian, though. So for all the ladies out there, I came up with a tip for you. Anytime you're performing, just wear a short dress and sexy underwear, and the guys really don't give a fuck what you say. They're still gonna like you. To be so young, I do have some pretty ridiculous life stories. Like, I was living with this guy, and after we broke up, I did not get my key back. So I go home one night. It's a late night. I lay down, gonna take a nap before I go to work. And after a couple of seconds, I realized something's wrong. And that bitch had taken my fucking pillows. And I still wasn't smart enough to get my key back. So I go to work. A couple weeks later, I come home, make a bowl of cereal. Put my milk in the bowl, pour my cereal in, open up my silverware drawer. That douchebag had taken all of my silverware except for one steak knife and a damn ice cream scoop. I had to get back with that prick just so I could eat and sleep. I work at CVS, and the answer is yes, I do judge you when you come in to buy condoms. Get your bitch on birth control. I also notice when a lot of guys come in to buy condoms, they'll like look at the checkout candy and they'll grab like this tiny chocolate bar. And I just want to look at him and be like, bitch, do you know how chocolate works? That's for our period, not for sex. But I don't, because I'm not a nosy bitch. Looking back on everything, there are probably some sales I should have declined, even though I didn't. This one in particular sticks out. Guy came up, it's about the end of the night, buys himself a bottle of wine, some sleeping pills, and a box of condoms. Now, I'm not sure how the law works, but I think I'm responsible for someone getting raped. Working at the pharmacy, obviously a lot of people come in that are on drugs. But it's not just any drugs. I can always tell the people that are on meth specifically. Not even for the sores that cover them from head to foot. It's because they smell like cat piss. I do owe them a thank you, though, because now I know I can never do meth because I would feel way too much like one of R. Kelly's girlfriends. It can get pretty boring working at a cash register all day, so anytime somebody comes in, I try to fuck with them just a little bit. There was a girl that came in to print out her nudie pics. One, who doesn't print those at home? So keep in mind, she was asking for this. About halfway through, she looks at me, and I guess this dumb bitch didn't realize that it was going to print at the huge fucking printer right there in the lab. But she looks at me, and she's just like, oh my God, like, can you see that? And I just leaned in really close and really creepy and went, every bit of it. And I winked at her. They did not let me rush that sorority. Yeah, I'm not the only creep at CVS, though. Working there, I get a lot of old creeps that come in to hit on me. So one guy in particular comes in, and he looks at me, looks at all my tattoos, looks at my piercings, notices that it's symmetrical, and he just leans in and says, what else is symmetrical, sweetheart? My only response was, I have ears. But in retrospect, I really wish that I would have just like locked eyes with him and went, these balls! And grabbed my girl dick. But I know then he just would have leaned in really close and said, I'd like to see every bit of it, and winked at me. I'm Jessie Terry. Thank you for coming out.